Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Pulling some drag too. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am back out on the beach enjoying a absolutely gorgeous day here in Florida. It's about 70, might even get up to 75 today. I have one rod in the water now. I'm gonna get the rest of the rods out and you'll see me at the first hookup. First hit of the day, and it's a good one. Oh, stay on there. Stay on there. He's still on there. Come on, come on, come on. Gosh, that was a good hit. Oh yeah, he's still on there. I threw this one out real far, you guys. Whew, that was a run. But that's what makes it fun. Let's get on there. Come on. Be a Pompano. Oh, he took me for a walk. That is a pomp. Woo! Got him! Oh, a little out of breath. He ate a sand flea. Hang on, dude, don't pop off in the water. Okay. So this guy, I just retied this rig. Just a single black bead. He ate a sand flea and the orange and white sand flea flavored fish bites. He's a good one. He's definitely a keeper. I'll get him measured up. Oop, oop, oop. All right, I'm gonna get this guy measured up in the box. A little out of breath after that. Here's that gorgeous pomp. Like I said, I'll measure him up and bleed him out, all that good stuff. There we go. So we're gonna go nose to fork, and he's right at 14 inches. Definitely keeper. I'm gonna get my knife out and take care of this dude. All right. Oh, that's good. We got a fish. All right, this guy is getting dispatched as we speak, and I've been here about a half hour, so it is time to change bait. Since I already have one rod out, I'm just going to go ahead and go down the line, freshen up the bait, see if the tips need to be freshened up, and what do I always say? Fingers crossed, we catch some more. Here's what the first pomp ate. Some blanched sand fleas that I just picked up at half hitch, and then it had just an orange and white fish bites on a rig that I tied. So I'm gonna get this tied up and go down the line and just start changing bait. I'm not sticking just to sand fleas though, because maybe the next Pompano wants some fresh dead shrimp, some crab knuckles, who knows. But we will definitely do 2 rods with sand flea going on. like to get some more beach sprints in today. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Pulling some drag too. All right. One pompano so far, so let's see if this is another or something a little more fun. Gone a little sideways on me. Might used to be a nice pond. My drag is already locked down pretty tight, so I can't tighten it anymore. So I'm just gonna let him wear himself out. Come on, bud. Another pond. Whew. He's another keeper. Look how white. That's a nice size one. Dude, calm down. I just threw this one out. It was just ghost shrimp. Look how beautiful.
He is so cool. Very iridescent.
Yeah. Ghost shrimp. No bites. It's getting foggy fast, you guys, so we're gonna run out of daylight quicker than I had even anticipated. I'm gonna measure it up. So cool. All right, again, we always measure right here. That's the fork. Do not measure at the tip of the tail, or your measurements will not make FWC happy. So there's my fork on 0. It's right at 15. Nice keeper pump. Leave this guy out and get him in the box. Just go shrimp.
It is crazy, this fog, how quickly it rolled in. And we got a bite immediately.
I said, because when you get that fog that rolls in, it makes the water conditions a little less clear.
Yeah.
I like cloud coverage and fog for fishing. Bait that bad boy up again.
You can't even see down there too late.
You guys, when I say the fog is rolling in, look at this. It was just beautiful sunny skies, and within all of 5 minutes, it is coming in thick, thick. You guys, I'm doing something special for this video. It's not a catch and cook. It's a catch and paint, I guess you can say. There is an old Japanese method. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the Japanese word for it, but basically it's fish rubbings. I've seen it for years now. I've always admired it, whether it's a pompano, a tuna, a swordfish, anything, a bass can be done using this method, and it does make for beautiful art to display in your home. So I'm learning. I've never attempted this. I thought I'd take you guys along on the journey. If it works well, give it a try. You can give the pieces you do. Rufus. Someone knows he's in trouble. I need those. Drop it. Oh! Stinker. Okay, now that I have my paper towels back, we'll get busy. After catching your fish, the first thing you're gonna do is clean that protective slime off of them. You want it really clean so that the paint adheres to the fish and we can get a good rubbing. Here is the rice paper. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. It wasn't very expensive. It comes in a large roll, kind of like Christmas wrapping paper, and I just cut it down. There is a rough side and then there is a smooth side to it. We're gonna use the smooth side just to get more of the imperfections and details on these fish. The first attempt, I'm gonna use, let's see, again, Hobby Lobby. It's just black ink, actual ink. It's not paint. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can use a paintbrush or a sponge to paint your fish. Thank God I'm not a doctor. There. I'm gonna try the sponge method first. So I have a paper plate, and I'm just gonna put the ink directly onto the paper plate and then dip my sponge into it. I'm gonna use a railroad tie because it is windy today, just so I don't have ink flying through the backyard here. And all I'm gonna do is go ahead and roll this onto the Pompano. I'm trying really hard to get every little crevice because I want all the details to come through. And then from here, we're gonna take a paper towel and blot off the excess paint and wipe the eyeballs because it doesn't work well. We'll fill in the eyeballs when we're done with the rubbing itself. I don't know how much should or shouldn't be on there. Let's try this. I need that shiny side. And then we're just gonna take the rice paper, lay it on top, and we're gonna gently press down. I think I need more paint. That's a no-go. That one looks a little better. I came inside. I could not take that wind anymore, and it was messing up the artwork. So when you're using rice paper, you don't want it all crinkly, and as it was sitting out there on the table, it was just getting crinkly and making my fish look weird. So I'm gonna give it a go once again, but indoors without the elements affecting things. I also am gonna switch up the paint. Instead of ink, I'm gonna use simple acrylic paint and water it down. It's a learning process, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what steps work to get these nice prints. Here's the acrylic paint. I had it on hand. You guys may not know that for relaxation, other than fishing, I do some paintings. I'm sure you've seen them floating around my house when we've done the inside videos, but not expensive. I'm gonna water it down, try it out, see if that is easier to work with than the ink. Oh, I should also say I did wash the fish down because they were so covered up in the ink. I just rinsed them under the faucet. I felt like if I was gonna start over, I wanted a clean palette so we don't lose any of the markings and fin details on it. So I'm gonna mix this black paint. I feel like it needs more water. And just till it's very thin consistency, and then put it over the guy. All right, here we go. Round 2. I should apologize while I'm just sitting here painting a fish for not putting a video out the last 2 weeks. It's kind of sad reasoning. You guys have seen my dogs, and especially when I'm making videos at home, my sweet girl got very sick and we had to put her down. And from the time she got sick to the time I had to put her down was little over a month, and she took a lot of my time. It's still sad, but needless to say, that's why I missed a few weeks making videos. I was taking care of my sweet girl, the short hair. I still am fortunate enough to have the doodle, Mr. Rufus, and we're managing. That's all I can say about it. All right, let's get this rice paper. Oh, let me dab first. Get that excess paint out, and then we'll flop them onto the rice paper and see what he looks like. Okay, through trial and error, I have figured out you want to do it quickly so the paint doesn't dry, but you also want to take the time to really get all that surfaces, and you want to keep your paper as crinkled free as possible. which it's already working out so much better now that I'm out of the wind. Okay, this may be the best one yet with the rice paper. Let's switch over to fabric. I feel like the fabric may be easier to try this method because it's not gonna crinkle up as you're rubbing. The fabric I just had laying around, and I just cut it into large rectangles for these fish. I have a couple different colors I'm gonna try out and some different colored paints just to give it some variety, but I think it should work really good, hopefully. As long as the fabric has a tight weave. This is a linen, it does. So I'm gonna paint this fish up and then see how well that works out. We'll do black again first. Let's peek. Oh man, it's looking really good, but the tail must be more porous. It seems like it never has the right amount of paint. Turned out pretty cool. I might actually like doing it on the fabric better. Again, I'll just touch up the eyeball. I like it. I did go in and add a little touch up of the eyeballs, just filled it in. It gives it a lot more character. I really like this one. For this little guy, I'm gonna do white paint on a blue cotton fabric cloth. Hopefully it works. Oh man. I have a favorite. Do you? If you do, drop it in the comments. Also, if you have any tips, if you've done this before, please tell me what I did wrong, what I should try next. It was fun. I like to mix it up. And the blue and white print is my personal favorite, but blue is my favorite color. Here's one I ripped up a old pillowcase, so that's on white fabric. I love this one. I just think the rubbing turned out really well. And then for the rice paper, not my favorite medium. I'll show you why. So you can see, even though I brought this one indoors to do it, it's still got these wrinkles. I guess you can look at it as character. It does pick up a lot of the fine detail though, I will say this. Maybe I just need to mess around with this art form a little more. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please a big thumbs up. If you have tips for me, I would appreciate hearing them.